to another episode of Kickoff on the Couch. We're here from our Johannesburg offices for the first time, I believe. I'm Themba Mntambo. On my right, we've got Chad, CK, Klate. On my left here, we've got our man Tiyani, Mabasa. Gents, let's just get to the point, just the importance of this game, we're up against a team that's won the first 2 games. Got 6 points, they're leading our group in Group A. And yeah, look, we need to get the points. So, gents, just your opinions in terms of what we need to do to get the points out of Congo.
Yeah, well, we've played well. In my opinion, the first 2 games against Sudan and Nigeria, we did well. We have a new coach, and not a lot was expected. But we won away from home in a draw against Nigeria, so good going for us. And I believe that if we carry on playing the way we did against those 2 countries, we stand a good chance of actually winning in Congo. That's just my opinion. I think Bafana are showing character. They're showing that they can win anywhere. It doesn't matter whether we play home or away. So I believe that this is another match that Bafana can win.
Sure. CK?
Yeah, the importance, everyone knows the importance of the game. We're second in the group at the moment with Nigeria on our tails. We're going up against the leaders of the group away, which is always tough. History shows that the results are always a tough match in Congo. So I think Bafana definitely have the quality and experience from the last 2 games. Shakes' squad, he's gone with consistency. And most of the guys are working well with one another. There's a couple of exciting combinations and everything. So going into Congo, we're definitely capable of coming out with points at least. If not a win, at least a draw. So away, the results in previous games, there's always been a 1-goal margin in previous results. So definitely, I think we have the ability to go there and get a positive result that will help us narrow the gap on the top of the table in the log, and also get us looking forward, way forward. It's a positive chance that we can come out of the group going into the African Cup of Nations next year.
Let's just unpack from defense to midfield to striking. What are the options there for Shakes? Starting with the defense.
Yeah, I think it's got good options. If you look at the fact that Dave Mashamite is part of the squad, it means that in that central pairing and central defense, could be the Chiefs boys doing the job for us. They've played together for many games. So it's nothing new for them. The only difference is that this is international level. But they've experienced to actually do the job, So for me, there he's got a solution. And at right back, obviously, Tulan Krachoya played well in the 2 games against Sudan and Nigeria. And obviously at left back, Thaba Matlaba probably keep faith in him, keep his position. So he could, I think those are his options. He could sort it out that way. Sure. So which means we don't really have much of a problem in terms of our defense. So we do have the players who can come in and do the job for us. Now the challenge is maybe perhaps the coach has spoken about the captaincy. Is he gonna keep Senzo Meyo as captain of the team? My opinion on the whole thing is that it doesn't really matter who the captain of the national team is. So because being captain of the team doesn't necessarily mean you play 10 times better than the other players. So I think we make much of an issue out of this whole thing, So it doesn't matter who captains the club. Defo has done the job at Chiefs, Senzo has done the job already. So it shouldn't be a problem for us there.
Okay. CK, let's look at our midfield. We see Tulani Serero coming back into the squad. Where do you see him fitting into possibly a 4-man midfield with 2 wingers and 2 central midfielders?
Yeah, no, everyone's happy that Serero is back in the squad. There was big question marks as to why Shakes left him out in the previous squad. But I think he's proved his worth with his club at Ajax, and we're all happy to have him back. And I think his experience will be valuable going into the game against Congo. And also, with Shakes going with a 4-man midfield, I mean, that leaves us with one position for Serero to fit into. I mean, we've already seen the qualities of Charlie and Furman combining in the middle. I think Shakes will go with the tried and trusted in Mandla Masango on the right wing again. And then Serero will fit in on the left, but obviously he has that ability to come inside and give Thabo Matlaba the space on the wing back. So I'm sure Shakes would want to go for that. And I mean, if he's going to go with 2 strikers, then that suits our play even better with Serero coming in from the left.
Titi, strikers. You see our man Kermit Erasmus coming into the squad. Will Shakes go for a twin striking role, or will he go for perhaps one holding man and then bring in an attacking midfielder to support the striker? How do you see the front line pairing up?
I hope we play a 4-4-2 formation. You know, the same way we did against Sudan away from home. Because some people could argue that perhaps, you know, playing a 4-4-2 formation is a bit dangerous, you know, when you play in Congo, because that's for a better team than Sudan. But the bottom line is, if you're going to win matches, you have to, you know, to apply a positive system. And a positive system in football is a 4-4-2 formation, you know, in my opinion. When you look at Kevin Erasmus, you know, coming in, he's done very well for Pirates. I mean, this is scored the goals, you know, he's chipped in with some assists as well, you know, so, you know, it could be a good option, you know, maybe play alongside Bongani Ndulula, you know, he's a big striker, can hold the ball, you know. Kevin can do the same job, but Kevin is more of a creator, in my opinion, you know, so Ndulula could be on the end of those, you know, opportunities from Kevin. You know, so I hope we play a 4-4-2 formation. This thing of playing 4-5-1, we've seen in the past, it doesn't work, you know. It maybe works for others, but it doesn't work for us, you know. So with us, a 4-4-2 formation, I think will be an ideal formation, you know, to go get the win there. Because if you're going to play a 4-5-1 formation, you're basically saying that you'll be satisfied with a point away from home. But the bottom line is, Congo, you know, they're leading. They could go to 7 points, you go to 5 points. They come here. It's not a given that you can win at home. You know, we've seen in the past when we went to Sierra Leone and I think we lost, you know, one of those Afcon qualifiers. Then when we came here, you know, that shameful dance in Nelspruit, we're thinking that I know we're gonna win the match, you know, simply because we're playing at home, you know. But it doesn't work like that, you know. So if we go for all 3 points, the 4-4-2 formation in Congo, I think we've got a better chance of winning.
Let's just look at our opposition. You know, this is not a play team. We're seeing they're capable of winning matches even against powerhouses such as Nigeria.
Yeah.
In terms of ranking their powers, they're 48 at the moment and jumping a huge 30 places from where they previously are. So just having a look at what we've seen of Congo Brazzaville, the danger men, what is your opinion of the team that we're going to be facing in Pointe-Noire?
Yeah, if you look at football in general in Africa, I think the playing fields are leveled now. There's no more a big team or a small team, you know, especially when you play away from home, because teams are generally, you know, they're strong at home, you know, so you play there. Yes, we do have a decent record, in my opinion, against this Congo team, but you know, it's going to be a difficult ask for, you know, for our players to actually get a win there. Because you're coming up against a very good team. They've jumped 30 places, you know, in the latest FIFA rankings to number 48 in the world, and in comparison we're number 67. So that simply means maybe they're slightly better than Bafana at the moment. Though a lot of people don't buy much into rankings, you know. But I think we're coming up against a very good team. I saw them play against Nigeria. Players like Tiyani, Bifuma. You know, players like Prince, Onyango, you know, players like that, you know, they can come to a party any day and do the job for the country, and especially at home, they've got the support, you know, so anything can happen. So I think the understanding maybe from the technical team, you know, and hopefully, is that, you know, we're coming up against a far stronger opposition compared to Sudan. But having said that, we've been to Congo, we played there 4 times, we won 2 times, we drew the other match, then we lost 1 match, and I believe that if they treated us better in 1970, I don't think we should have lost that match, you know. So you do get a sense that, you know what, in terms of our record against this country, we can win. You know, as much as we're coming up against a good team with a lot of players playing in France. You know, they even have, Thierry, I think he plays for Almeria in Spain. So they do have players from some decent teams in Europe. So yes, you're coming up against a decent team, but I do believe that, you know what, we also have a team that can compete on any given day.
CK.
Yeah, I mean, Congo, we saw, most of us saw the qualifier, the most recent result, which was against Nigeria and Sudan. I think from the performances we saw there, I don't think the 2 wins were a fluke. I mean, they put in strong performances, they showed that they were the dominant side, and they got the results that they needed. I mean, I think the approach against Bafana will be the same. I mean, they're playing at home, they have nothing to lose, they've got the support, and even though history is in our favor in terms of wins, draws and losses, I mean, we have to look at their current performance, and the fact that they've jumped 30 places in the FIFA rankings, as Tiyani said, that will give them a lot of faith in going forward. I mean, the aim now would probably be to move even higher in the rankings. So a win against Bafana would be ideal for them. And then also, I don't think they'd want to leave the results in Cape Town to depend on their group status. I mean, they're at the top at the moment with little pressure on them. So for them to get the result now is I mean, it's in their favour. I mean, all the stats and everything is in their favour at the moment in terms of current form. So yeah, I mean, they've got the players to do so as well. I mean, we've seen Buffon score his brace against Nigeria, and Prince scoring against Nigeria and Sudan. So I mean, they've got the players and they know how to do it. It'll be a very tough encounter for Bafana, but I'm positive that the boys will go out there and do the business.
Okay, so let's just put our heads on the block here. It's that time. Predictions.
You see, it is wishful thinking on my part that Bafana are going to win. And the reality is, you know, it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm a South African, and I want to see the country win.
Score, Baba.
I think 1-0 to Bafana.
1-0 to Bafana.
Yeah, I think we do stand a good chance of winning 1-0.
I think I'm going to go with a scoreless draw.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Our 2 experts have made the predictions. Tell us what are yours on our forums or even on the website, and we look forward to the game.